Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I will be sharing with you guys some of the culture shocks I've experienced here in Germany. But before I do that, I just want to quickly read out a definition of culture shock. Okay, so I got this online and it says culture shock is a natural reaction to a series of transitions that occur when we are uprooted from our cultural environment and transplanted into a new situation where the language, gestures, and customs that have previously helped us to make sense of our surroundings suddenly have no meaning or have new meanings. In simple terms, culture shock is what you experience when you move to a different environment, a place you are not familiar with, where you find out that things are done differently from what you're used to, and naturally you respond with a shock. You get shocked because it's all new, it's all unfamiliar, and it makes sense why you would be surprised, why you would be shocked. So today I'm going to share some of the things that shook me about Germany, and I was just like Yes, and I think I need to make it clear that these are based on my experiences. These are my personal experiences, and your experiences might be completely different from mine, and that's okay. I mean, we are different after all, and the manner in which we respond to things is also different. And I'm mentioning this because in one of the videos that I published a couple of months ago, where I was talking about 5 things that I love about Germany. Well, I received positive responses, comments from people, but I also received comments from other people who were like, excuse me ma'am, Germany is not perfect. There is 1, 2 and 3 that is not running smoothly, that is not running efficiently, so we don't know what you're talking about. And first of all, I did not say that Germany is perfect. No, I don't think there's a place that is perfect, or maybe there is, but I've never been to any. And secondly, I was just sharing things that I appreciate about Germany and being here. Again, these were based on my personal experiences, and but some people felt the need to put their cases forward. There was this guy, I don't know if it's a guy or a lady, but the person basically drafted a very long essay, and he was going on and on and on about some of the topics that I made mention of, basically criticizing what I said. And I was just like, wow, you've got time. Hey brother, you've got time for days. But anyway, people are entitled to have different opinions, and that's not the main focus of the video. I was just saying that these are based on my experiences and yours might be different, and that's okay. Cool, so now let's get into today's video. So the first culture shock I want to talk about is about the Germans themselves. Oh yeah. On the outside, Germans look very cold, they look unfriendly and unapproachable. That's what I thought at first. When I first got here, I was like, yo, how am I gonna survive? Like, these people are very unfriendly, and it makes it very difficult to make friends, to connect with people and expand your network because of just how reserved they are, how introverted they are, and how much they keep to themselves. So it's not easy to connect with them and make friends. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they are bad people. That's what I've learned. It's only once you start interacting with them, maybe one-on-one, that you learn, oh, yo, these people are very nice. They're actually very friendly. And I think I understand this because I'm also very introverted, and if you were to bump into me outside, you might think, oh, this person is very, but once you start having interactions with me one-on-one and we chat, then you realize, she's actually very nice and she's cool, she's sweet, you know what I mean? So I think that's my experience. On the outside, they look cold and very unfriendly and unapproachable. And I think it was a culture shock for me because I'm from South Africa, and back home, like, it's very easy to make friends, to be honest. It's very easy to interact with people. Like, greeting a stranger is something that is done effortlessly. You don't have to think twice about it. It's just a part of us, hi, you start having a chat with a stranger as if you know each other. So I think that's why it was the first thing to notice when I got here, because it's something that I was not used to or that I'm not so familiar with. So yes. And the second one is the staring. Yeah, some Germans like to stare. Oh my gosh, they will stare at you. But I must say that here in Potsdam, Berlin, I haven't really experienced much of staring, to be honest. But I remember when I visited my friend in Lebu in Darmstadt, and we went to Heidelberg. Yeah, Heidelberg. So we just walking around, exploring the city, and that's when I experienced the staring for the first time. I think that was the first time I experienced the staring, where someone would just like look at you as if there is, I don't know, something wrong with you, or maybe they're just surprised to see someone who looks like you. Yeah, so I think they were just staring at us because we are black and obviously we're different, So I'm not sure if they were surprised to see black people in that city, or it's something that they're not used to. Because I remember even like after walking around and checking different sites at the city, we didn't see a lot of black people, so it was not as diverse. And I think maybe that explains why we experienced that intense staring. I'm not sure if it was out of shock or out of admiration, but it happened. And to be honest, I was not shocked when it happened because I had been told before that, hey, this is one of the things that you must expect. So I was like, oh, so it's finally happening. And yeah, but I think it depends on where you are in Germany. I know there are people who experience it a lot, and I think it has to do with where you are, where you are located, and the dynamics of the population and all of that. And I think what helps for me personally is just to like minding my own business, because guys, I mind my own business, shame. I don't go around looking around to see who's looking at me. Just go where I want to go and do what I want to do and come back to my place. That's basically how I do it. But yeah, it's a thing, hey? It's a thing here in Germany. People will stare. They will. Yeah. And the third one is the use of cash in some shops or restaurants. I think mostly restaurants. You get there, you order your food, you eat, and when it's time to pay, they tell you that you can only use cash. Yes, you can only use cash. I think it has happened, I've experienced it twice in different cities, in different restaurants, where they were required to use cash, and I was just like, wow, Like really. Not only in restaurants though. When was it? A couple of months ago, when when my colleagues and I went to do rock climbing, we had to pay, right? And we were also required to use cash. They were not taking card payments. I was just like, why can't I use my card? Why can't I use my card? Yeah, and I'm just wondering if there's a specific reason as to why cash is still preferred over card payments. Maybe some of my German subscribers can tell us, educate us. Is it just a preference thing, or there's a specific reason as to why it's still done? Help us, please. And the last one that I wanna tell you guys about is nudity. Nudity in Germany. With this one, I'll tell you. Before I came here, I did a little bit of research just so I know what to expect, so that I can also prepare myself accordingly. And as I was doing my research, one of the things that I read about was nudity in Germany in summertime. And I was like, oh, this will be very interesting to see. And now because it's summer, I got to see it. I was not shocked, but I was just surprised at how comfortable people are without clothes. You know how comfortable you are when you are all dressed up, you are wearing your clothes? It's the same with them. They are comfortable in their nudity. They are comfortable in their nakedness. And it's like a norm. No one is looking at who is doing what and what they're wearing. Everyone is just minding their own business. And I first experienced this not so long ago, actually, a couple of weeks ago, when we went to Wannsee with my friends, and it was very hot. It was a very hot day, and we wanted to chill by the water. So we went there, and nakedness, look at me, rocking my natural suit. Yeah, that's what we saw. And wow, what a wow. Personally, I was not so shocked. I was just surprised. And it was also more like a confirmation that, okay, what I read is actually true. Now I am seeing it with my naked eyes. I'm seeing the nakedness with my naked eyes. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's just so amazing how some of these people are very relaxed, how they are very free to walk around without clothes, and how it's not a taboo. I think they have a very relaxed attitude to nudity, and yeah, I guess it's liberating, hey? Of course, swimming without clothes, I can only imagine how liberating that is. And also sunbathing as well, you know, enjoying yourself, allowing the sun rays to penetrate your body without any hindrances, you know. But one thing, no, this one shook me for days. This one shook me to the core. On our way back, we saw this couple. Hey man, things were happening there. People were having fun, you know, like they were intimately having fun. Let me just say this, it is. They were having sex in public. Literally in public, on the sand. And yeah, no, that one shook me. It shook me, I don't wanna lie. I had never seen something like that before. I know people do kiss in public, that's okay, but literally having a sex in a public place where people are walking around, where people are passing, and you're just busy doing your thing. Yeah, that was a shock. It was a shock. I don't know if it's something that usually happens or if that couple was just an exception. I don't know. You guys can tell us in the comment section below if it's a thing or not. And I've also got to learn that this nudity attitude is it's not common in all parts of Germany. There are other parts of Germany where it's more prominent, but there are also other parts where it's not a thing. Yeah, but I am in the part of Germany where it's a thing, and I get to see it. So yeah guys, so these are some of the culture shocks that I have experienced here in Germany, and all I can say is that it's been a lovely experience. I'm learning a lot about Germans, I'm learning a lot about Germany as a country, and I think that's one of the things that I love about traveling and going to different places, is that you open your mind to learning not only about how you adjust to unfamiliar environments or situations, but you also get to learn about other people and how they do things. So yeah, it's been a beautiful experience, and yes, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and be part of this family. Oh yeah, cool. Thank you so much, ladies and gents, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, please keep well, keep safe, and keep healthy.